These are times when Rachel was the worst. Number 1. After her accident taking down the Christmas lights, Monica hurries Rachel to the hospital to get her medical treatment, but she discovers while filling out the forms on Rachel's behalf.
You don't have insurance? Why? How much is this gonna cost? I have no idea, but x-rays alone could be a couple $100.
Finding out she can't afford an x-ray because she doesn't have insurance isn't what makes Rachel the worst. What she does next is played for laughs, but is actually pretty serious.
Well, what are we gonna do? Ooh, there's not much we can do. Unless I use yours.
Way to go talking your best friend into committing insurance fraud. Number 2. On a list of unethical decisions, some of the worst Rachel's made surround her job. After hiring Hilda as an assistant, she crumbles in the face of Tag.
You're my new assistant.
I am?
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Me either. All right, first thing I need you to do is go downstairs and find a woman named Hilda and tell her to go home.
It gets worse than employing a woman only to fire her moments later, as Rachel begins telling more lies to manipulate Tag's life without his knowledge.
We've been flirting back and forth, but I was hoping that tonight it would turn into something a little more than that.
Oh, okay. Whoa, easy there, Melissa. This ain't a locker room, okay? But you know, I remember him saying that he had plans tonight.
She tries to manipulate his life a second time, and honestly, her excuse is pretty flimsy, considering the only relationship she has with him is a professional one.
All right, well, would you mind just not going out with him again? Okay, just the idea of you and he and all these women, and and I know he's my assistant and I can't date him, blah, 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 but it just bothers me, all right?
Number 3. Instead of being happy for her friend who has found love, Rachel needs to be the center of attention and actively plans to crash the wedding.
But I have to tell him how I feel. He deserves to have all of the information and then he can make an informed decision.
That's not why you're going. You're going because you hope he's gonna say, yeah, I love you too, Rach. Forget about that British chippy.
Because the rest of the gang is unaware of Rachel's intentions, she has to be told of the flaws of her plan by a guest appearance on the show.
Yeah, I just want to say that you are a horrible, horrible person.
Pardon me?
Well, you say you love this man, and yet you're about to ruin the happiest day of his life. I'm afraid I have to agree with your friend Phoebes.
Number 4. Rachel also crosses a line by sharing inappropriate details from her relationship. She has certain things that she likes, and she encourages her boyfriend to share the things he likes.
Honey, what about you?
What?
Have any fun, fantasy type things?
Ross has his eccentricities throughout the show, but a desire for privacy is actually a really reasonable expectation to have in a relationship, while Rachel maintains she's done nothing wrong.
How could you have told her?
Ross, I didn't think it would be that big a deal.
Oh, she didn't think it would be that big a deal.
Number 5. Ross doesn't come off well in the one with the videotape. It probably has something to do with non-consensual filming, but beneath this, Rachel is not being a good person.
I had a lot of work to do, and Ross, nice guy that he is, offered to help me out, and then we had a little wine, we got to talking, and next thing you know, out of nowhere, Ross comes on to me.
She knows that she's telling a lie, and uses the other's opinion of Ross to belittle and embarrass him in front of his friends, refusing to admit the truth until Ross shows the video evidence.
What? You were begging me to kiss you. You were sending me signals all over the place.
I was sending you signals?
Yeah.
Oh, please. Okay, anyone in this room think that I would actually send Ross begging signals? Please, show of hands.
Number 6. When Chandler steals a cheesecake from Mrs. Braverman downstairs, Rachel initially calls him a thief. She is then complicit in further cheesecake-related crimes.
She could be out of town. Maybe she'll be gone for months.
By then, the cheesecake may have gone bad. We don't want her to come back to bad cheesecake.
No, that could kill her.
After Chandler discovers her eating the cheesecake alone, he gets upset, leading to them splitting the remaining cake in half. But even here, Rachel is the worst.
No sharing, no switching, and don't come crying to me if you eat your piece too fast. All right, you gotta give me some of your piece.
Oh, no.
She even goes beyond just demanding some of Chandler's piece, going full scorched earth on the cheesecake.
No switching, no sharing, and don't come crying to me. I may just sit here and have my cake all day. Just sit here in the hallway and eat my...
Number 7. Never one to pass up on an opportunity to manipulate her friends' lives to serve her own whims, Rachel is true to form when she gets in the way of Ross's goodbye to Emily.
We have to have a surprise bon voyage party for Emily, but it's actually for Joshua. Look, he said he's not ready to date, so I had to invite him to a party if I wanted to see him outside of work. And now I have created the perfect opportunity to seduce him.
This perfect seduction makes most viewers cringe, and hopefully, Ross can recover some happiness from his ruined evening, knowing that Rachel made a complete fool of herself.
What do you get? Oh, Emily! Woo, Emily! Okay, let's be a cheerleader tonight.
Okay.
Fine, I'm fine. Just
Number 8. Having to move out of Monica's apartment can't have been easy for Rachel considering the life milestone she reached while living there. But when Phoebe tries to cheer them up, it's Rachel that starts an argument.
You should, think about some of the things that you're not gonna miss.
I don't think there's anything.
Come on, there's gotta be something.
She's perfect.
I have one.
This spirals out of control as Rachel and Monica get angrier and angrier at each other. When Monica attempts to go and apologize, Rachel decides to make the change as difficult as it can be.
Listen, Rachel, I feel really bad about what happened. What are you doing?
I'm unpacking.
What?
I'm not moving.
Number 9. Rachel actually showed her true colors at the very beginning of the show, when she remembers Barry in season 1, and questions what's wrong with her having too much of a good time with him.
Okay, how about the fact that he's engaged to another woman who just happens to be your ex-best friend?
All right. All right. I know it's stupid. I'll go see him this afternoon, and I will just put an end to it.
At this point, Rachel knows that Barry is in a relationship and even engaged to another woman. But that doesn't stop her from pursuing her selfish desires.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy, right? I mean, it was never like that.
Maybe a little bit crazy. Number 10. Rachel's no-nonsense dad scares her to the point where Rachel doesn't feel comfortable meeting with him alone. Here we can give Rachel sympathy.
No, Phoebe, I just need you there for support. I haven't told him that I'm pregnant yet.
Oh, why not?
Because I know he's gonna flip out, and I hate it when he gets angry.
But she becomes a bad person when she starts weaving a web of lies which ends with other unfortunate people getting caught in a crossfire when they're largely innocent.
Sorry.
You think you can knock up my daughter and then not marry her? I'm gonna kill you!
You know, this is actually not a great time for me.